Everyone stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications before we go live, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. All right, let's see what we got going on this morning. Just testing out here, running a little behind today. So we got we're looking good. We're looking good. All right, if you're here right now, joining, say what up, what's going on, and the sorry, we have the S&Ps up 26, Dow's up 309, Nasdaq up 66, gold up $4. We got volatility /VX down a buck. Down a buck, that's pretty big. Yo, Keith, Jeff, Faiz, yo, Jenny, Rodney, James, Mateus, Jack, EG, how we doing this morning? We've seen the S&Ps and Dow green. We haven't seen the Nasdaq green in the morning for a minute here. For a minute, I mean, yesterday was something. Yesterday they were on a mission. Yesterday we had SPY just drop from the face of the earth, just from 337 all the way down to 332 area. Now it's back to 335. I guess, yo, Matthew, what's going on, man? Miss you, man. If you don't know, Matthew's an OG. He's been watching this stream. He's been with the UVH fam for years. But I mean, I've only been live streaming since 2018-ish. But SPY fell off the face of the earth here. But if you look at the 1 year chart, it didn't even do anything. You know what I mean? Like, it just came back to levels it was a couple days ago. It wasn't like we dropped to 320 or 300 or anything like that. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? People were acting like yesterday, like we were all gonna die or something. If you can make it through this, you can make it through a day like yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, you can make it. Yo, man, child, if you're just joining, say what up, hit the like button. Definitely appreciate it. If you can make it through the pandemic sell-off, you can make it through a couple points down. I mean, remember, like, SPY was down like 20 points in a day. I mean, that was 10 points, 15 points. That was crazy. Like S&Ps, Dow down 9%, 10%. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen again in my lifetime, but you never know. Yo, Army Joe, what's up? Tesla calls back to life. Yeah, I'll touch on Tesla here once we get some more people going here a little bit, but there's not a whole lot going on in terms of earnings. There was stuff going on. We had Jumia after market close today. We do have Lyft, Cisco, Smile, Direct Club, SDC. So Jumia, I know a lot of people were trading Jumia because it kind of got to be a popular penny stock people were trading, and that thing just got obliterated. I mean, they kind of downtrending the last couple of days, and then it just came down to just all the way down to 12 now. So, you gotta be careful. It looked like it was holding 16 pretty well. It came down and bounced a couple times, but now it's at 12. It's done. It's done. However, Kodak is still here too, even with their loan on hold or whatever the case is. Some crazy stuff's kind of happening in the market right now. Let's see what Apple's doing real quick. Yeah, Apple's gapping up a couple points here, about 5 points. So it's just gonna be one of those days where there's not going to be a lot of news. Emirates got orders from U.S. for vaccine. Is this just a panic response to Russian news? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's like the vaccine race because, Joe, I guess the Brazil and the Philippines have expressed interest in Russia's vaccine, and there's like a war. Like, hey, we're having like a vaccine cold war. You know, it's like let's just make a good vaccine for people, whether it's from Russia, whether it's from America. Just make something that we can all collaborate on and do it. You know, do it. But I mean, like Philippines and some places are pretty rough shape. What's going on, Manny? What's going on? So yeah, mRNA is up, but I think we get faded a little bit. We'll see. Kind of crazy. It's getting faded already. I mean, hit 78, it's all the way back down to 73. I don't know. It doesn't seem like mRNA can break this range up here. Like this is like the ceiling right now. I mean, they were still in third phase of trials. Then Russia announced its head. Yeah, but Russia said they're only in phase 2. I don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. It looked like fake news, but it's messed up. It's messed up. Jenny, TSM. I mean, if it can't, what is it at now? 78. So if it can't hold this area, I mean, yes, it's gapped up with earnings and all that. It's pushed up pretty high, but it needs a hold. It really needs to hold this area. It's right now below the 10-day moving average. Could drop, but I would go small or do like if you're bullish on it, do like a bullish strangle, something like that. I mean, it did come down. It looks like it could hold this area and pop back up, but you want to be very careful. You want to be careful. Yeah, I mean, with the vaccine, I don't mean to be a tinfoil hat dude, but like I don't think we're getting the answers here, Sway. You know what I mean? Like we're not getting it. Nvidia, yeah, I did go long Nvidia yesterday. So Nvidia was a good play. I did go long yesterday. I wasn't sure if it was going to crack or reverse around the 440. I went long around 440. It came all the way down to 431, but now it's back up to 438. I do like it around here. Earnings are next week, I believe. Let's see here. Earnings on Nvidia are thought it was next week. August 19th. When's August 19th? Okay, next Wednesday. Earnings on Nvidia are next Wednesday. So looking for a little bit of a pop here. People come in a little bit. You know, it's dropped down below. I mean, I don't know if it's going to come back down to 410 area. It's just kind of slowly grinding back up. A little bit of pull. I mean, it ripped super high. I mean, it went from 415 up to 460. A little pullback is expected. So Tesla. So Tesla, you're going to play options for earnings. Well, right now I'm on a credit put spread, so we'll see. I'm in next week expiration for Nvidia, so we'll see what happens. I'm in a little bit in the money right now. But Tesla, let's talk about Tesla. Tesla's going to have a 5-for-1 stock split. So what that means is if you own one share, right now you're going to have 5 on August 31st. They're going to be given the shares I think August 28th, and they're going to go live on the market August 31st. So that's what's pushing it, kind of similar to what happened to Apple. Apple's also going to be pushing their stock split on August 31st too. So you're going to have August 31st for Tesla and for Apple. Which is going to be kind of it's going to be like stock split day, you know. But like Tesla, if you're looking at Tesla here, I've been trading a little bit. You know, it's been fading the last 3 days here, and it was like coming down. Like this is interesting because it looked like Elon was allowing shorts to pile in. Like, why wouldn't you announce the stock split on like your earnings or a couple weeks ago or something like that? Why would you wait until we crack below 1400? Like, it just seems like he was absolutely timing this. Like he was, I thought maybe he would let it go lower, but cracked below, and then they announced a stock split, and now we're back up. We're back up to 1460, which is just near the top of this range, so it's not pushing above like 1500 yet. We'll see if people piled in, because if you remember Apple people, it gapped up on earnings, but then people piled in for the next few days. I mean, look at Apple when they announced they also did the same time they had earnings. So Tesla also had earnings, good earnings. They had a profit, but the stock didn't really go anywhere because it was kind of priced in. And Apple, I mean, they gapped up, and then it ran for, after earnings, here's the date of earnings, it ran for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So there's an opportunity here. I don't know what Tesla's going to do, because Tesla's kind of a different beast. Is it going to keep running? Is it going to stop here? I don't know. But if you look at Apple did run for some days, so you could possibly get into some debit call spreads. If you can't afford, people are like, I can't afford Tesla options. They can't afford. Put on a debit call spread. Sell some credit put spreads. Sell some premium. Like there's ways around things. Are people going to rush in here? We just got to watch the price action. I don't know. Right now, had some crazy action, went from 1380 to 1480. So it did pop 100 points, and it's holding around 1460 right now. So I'm looking to see if there's an opportunity for Tesla to run up until the stock split. And maybe I'll sell some, if we get a nice dip, maybe I'll sell some credit put spreads into August 31st expiration on Tesla. Maybe I'll go, well, it'll be like August 28th or, I'm not gonna try to mess with like September or anything like that yet, because people are gonna be rolling out of those options once the new options chain comes in, and you don't want to be the non-standard options. You don't want to be in non-standard options. So similar to like USO when we went through that stock split and stuff. I have a 1375, 1380 credit put spread on Friday. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying the one thing that people are celebrating really early when it comes to Tesla, like this could easily rip down 100 points. So, I think you're going to be good, Joe. Obviously that's my opinion, not investment advice, but I mean, it tapped you, came down to 1365 yesterday. We had these. And it was market wide too. Yesterday, we sold off in the morning, popped up, and then we faded back down to support. I mean, this was happening to everybody. Like, look at Facebook, popped up, came back down, even was worse. Nvidia, I mean, this was happening to everybody. Nvidia is way worse. AMD got slaughtered. I mean, Square, I traded Square. Actually, Square held up relatively good yesterday. I made a nice 550 on this run. I only bought 2 contracts. Calls were so underpriced, and it didn't actually, like Square didn't actually fade as much as the other stocks. It's kind of holding here at 139. So I think that I'm going to be trying to look at day trading Square again, trying to see. I like this 140 level. It does look like it wants to go back above. It's kind of chilling right here on the 10-day. It's gapping up to 140 or 139, about 140. So we'll see. Very interesting levels here on Square. If it's going to reverse and try to go up to 150 again, I'm not sure, but I'm just going to be watching the price action. But Square is definitely on the top of my list right now for trades for today. Jenny, you said you want a Roku. Roku's having a reversal here, dipped down, came back down to the support it was. So as you guys can see, we were in some consolidation pre-earnings. It popped up to earnings and faded back down, and actually came back down to the support here, and it's moving back up. It's up 5 points, 4 points right now. So we'll see. I don't know. Today, I don't know if I trust the NASDAQ. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Do you guys trust in the NASDAQ today or no? I don't know. Qualcomm, Matthew? Man, my shoulder is killing me. Qualcomm, man, that was a massive rip. If you're looking at the 1 year, I mean, looks like it could push. It could definitely push. Why do you know why it pushed intraday like that? What was the news on this thing? They had some upgrades this morning. Qualcomm announces pricing terms of cash offers. Got it. Got it. Okay. Yeah, Qualcomm. Also, I want to put on a cover put on Tesla at 1300. What do you think? You want to sell short? You want to sell short a put? Something they have over Intel? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure of the deal. We can look it up though. Oh, it was an antitrust battle. They had a victory. They had a victory in the courts. They got their antitrust ruling thrown out. So they were in there because they said Qualcomm had abused its monopoly position, but this got thrown out, so that's why it got pushed up. So they're not going to have to pay. Yeah, Airbnb. Airbnb is going to be, I think, going to be interesting. Airbnb IPO. Let's try to pull that information over here. So Airbnb. They're trying to go IPO later at the end of this year. The company had plans this year to enter the public markets, but those put on hold. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know what Airbnb's business is like right now. I mean, it could be a good opportunity for them. Maybe they just need cash. Maybe all of the above. I don't know. It really depends on. I don't really know how they're doing. I mean, it's before the pandemic, it was a very sought after company. They were doing extremely well, and now with the pandemic, it's really hard to say. But if shares are cheap, I mean, I'll pick up a few shares if shares are cheap and kind of just hold. I'm a younger guy, so we'll see what happens. So I mean, if shares are cheap, I'll hold on. Let's see. What's RKT doing? Yeah, this thing kind of sold off a little bit. Hit 26, back down to 20 now. IPO'd around 1750. Came down, had a couple hard days of selling. Might go back up, but yeah, I wouldn't buy. I just like if it's a long-term hold and it's an IPO, just kind of relax. Just chill. Also, politics are heating up, so just be mindful. Now that Biden has picked his VP, we have less than 100 days. Do we have less than 90 days? I think we have less than 90 days to the election. So just be mindful that there's going to be a lot of political news, a lot of political ads. The one thing I think is saving us this year, this year has definitely been a lot, or this I'm not going to say this year has been a lot easier. In terms of election, like the 2015 year for politics, that was a tough year to trade because of the back and forth. 2020 elections is kind of on the back burner to the pandemic, so there's not as much political news that is moving the market. So that is like when pieces come out saying Biden will win or Trump will win, the market's not really reacting, versus like 2016 when it said Trump will win or Hillary will win. The market reacted a lot. Nowadays, it's not really reacting. Also, they're not having any rallies. They're not having any of that stuff. So they're not getting they're getting into some trouble, but they're not getting as much trouble as they normally would. So trading this election season definitely not the basic, bro. Trading this election season is definitely, I was going to say, a lot easier than prior election seasons, but that could change. Just be mindful. We're coming real close on the election. Politics are going to heat up, and the market may start to care about what's going on with politics. Obviously, whoever wins is going to have. But what we want to figure out is how the market is going to react to who wins and what news they're trying to pump. So, Trump trouble is already baked into the price. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any other president has seen all of the stock market's gains erased and then come back. like that. Like he must have been during when the stock market was down like 36%. Homie was clenching cheeks. But I think we were all clenching cheeks. We were like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Like that was insane. Airbnb supposedly making strong comeback after COVID. I heard on Bloomberg this morning. Yeah, a lot of people, Matthew, a lot of people are just sick of the pandemic. Doesn't mean that the coronavirus is left. They're just moving on with their lives and just trying to make do with whatever they can. You know, I mean, I have no idea. I don't know. This whole thing. I mean, maybe it's a hoax. Maybe it's not. Maybe, but you know, I know people personally have gotten coronavirus. It's not something that I would want to get. I'll be honest with you. It's not something that I want to get. In all the history of the market, never tanked in election year, always following year when the real fireworks begin. Yeah, well, the following year for when Trump was elected, we just straight up 2016, 2017, straight up 2018 started out well, and then he kind of did it to himself. He said with the China trade war, but he said that we can afford it, which I mean, I guess we could just increase volatility, which was fine, but it was extremely. I think the trade war was harder to trade than the pandemic. You know, I mean, personally, because you didn't know what was happening on a day-to-day basis. Things would come out. I had to do strangles all the time. It cost me a lot of money. I was making money. And the way to trade safe there, if you wanted to trade safe during the trade war, you had to buy a lot of protection. MF, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I mean it's definitely serious, but people are moving on, and we'll kind of see what happens. Yo, Maul, what's going on? So, you know, the question is, if Trump gets reelected, is the stock market going to continue up? If Biden gets elected, is the stock market going to sell off, or is it going to go up? That's what we need to figure out. Kind of moving in. How is the market going to react to the election? It's going to react. We just want to be, you know, whether we're long, whether we're short, we want to be on the winning side of that, because obviously anything can happen. I mean, they thought when Trump was, who was it? I remember this specifically. So the night of the election with Trump and Hillary, it was announced Trump won. Futures were tanking. And then a couple of days later, it was back. I don't remember. A couple of days later, it was back up. And I don't remember who it was exactly. But they interviewed him. I don't remember who it was. But it was. I remember this specifically. He's a billionaire. And he's like, oh yeah, I left Trump's after party early. I went home. I just started buying all the futures I could. That was his quote. He just said, I don't know, who was that? I don't remember who it was. But yeah, he left Trump's party because futures were tanking. He left Trump's party early. And he just started buying all the futures that he could. And I mean, obviously he made a lot of money. No, it wasn't Bill Ackman. It was somebody else. Who was it? I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. Yo, Andrew, what's up? If you're just joining, say what up. Hit the like button. I'm thinking if Biden gets in big initial sell, then things will equalize. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I don't think anyone knows what's going to happen. We'll see what the algos want to do. We'll see what they want to do. Alibaba has had some crazy price action the last few days. I mean, it's been ripping up 5-6 points a day, as you can see around here. Right now, it's at 250, so it's really sitting at these levels here. We had this massive rip up from 215 to 268. Now it's kind of selling in. They do have earnings. Supposedly it's next week. I don't know if that has changed at all for still saying August 13th on Thinkorswim, but everyone else is saying it's August 20th on Alibaba. So I think Alibaba is, well, we can tell by the option pricing. Yeah, it's definitely not this week. Implied volatility is only 44%. Next week is the highest. So I think Thinkorswim is wrong. If you look at the implied volatility next week, 64%, relatively low though, for Alibaba, But I think that I would want to get a little bit. I think I want to get a little bit long Alibaba, honestly, prior to earnings. So I'm going to be looking at that. We'll see. Last earnings, they kind of popped up and sold off, and then ramped up for the next few days. So I think there's going to be opportunity here in Alibaba over the next week, and see what they can do. Maybe I'll try to sell some premium here around the 250s going in the next week and see what it is. Maybe put on a debit call spread. Try to trade safe. See if we can get a little IV expansion. Maybe we can get an IV expansion from 69% or 65% up to 100% or something like that. Maybe do a double call spread. Could work. Debit call spread like 260s? 260? What do you guys think? If you did a debit call spread here, like buy the 260, short it for next week, or even go out one more week, it's going to cost you $73, max profit 177. Nice risk to reward ratio. Maybe try to capture a little IV expansion, 67%. I don't know why Tastyworks all jacked up on my screen here. It's like I gotta get my setup right. But this could definitely be a interesting play here. Where they're saying August 20th. Maybe I might even go into the here. Maybe go into 16 days out. Maybe buy the 260. We'll see what these open up at. I'm gonna try to buy the dip on these things on Alibaba. That's my plan. Go week after earnings. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to go a week in case we take a little dip. I can add to the position. It looks like a very low risk trade, like $70, and you can make 180. Pretty low risk. Or you could, if you want to go safer, you can go into September. You can go into September 18th expiration, something like that. Still doing Nick's trades? I am, Manny. I'm giving them to you right now. Let's eat, bro. My only concern thing about next year is what's left of the work we're going to be taxed 40%. Well, Ariana, if there's something that you want, if there's one thing that I've learned about the government, is they can kick the can for quite a while. So when they look like they're getting in trouble, they'll kick the can. When we're in our 50s and 60s, we're gonna have a big mess. So I know it's hard to not think about that stuff, but look what happened with the pandemic. We got into trouble. They kicked the can. Doesn't mean we're not going to pay later. It just means that they're going to do whatever they can to not have that pain occur, So, all right, market is open. Right now, S&Ps are up 25, Dow's up 258, NASDAQ up 85. Okay, let's see what happens. Tesla's kind of chilling right now. 1463 area. See where to do. If you guys could do me the favor, hit the like button if you've been enjoying the content so far. Definitely appreciate you guys. Let me know did you guys see this message on the Discord or the Facebook, or do you see it on or you just get subscribed to notifications here? Yeah, Alibaba. I think I'm going to be trying to look for a position on that for earnings for next week. Let's see if we can get. I don't know if we're going to get a dip or not. It's kind of in dip territory right now. Let's see what it does. But yeah, Alibaba. I'm interested in Square. I'm interested in for today. We'll see what happens. I like this setup here. I definitely think that it could push 145. We just need a little bit of momentum from these tech stocks. I mean, banks, JP Morgan ripped up to 106.80, is coming down a little bit. Ooh, Tesla took a hit. Apple's running. Yeah, they're trying to, but I like Square 140. If we can get it to just kind of push, I'm gonna wait to see. I'm not going right in because they can rug pull this stuff. I don't trust the futures right now, especially the Nasdaq. Nasdaq's up 100 points now, so we'll see what happens. I mean, they're shaking. Tesla's kind of going back and forth here. It's dipping a little bit. Popped up to 1471. Now it's down to 1450 area. So, but yeah, Apple's moving up. Facebook's up 3 points, which, I mean, it sold off hard yesterday. So there's gonna be some opportunities here. Hopefully, some nice dip buying opportunities on some of these tech stocks that sold off, like Facebook. We have Lyft earnings tonight. So Lyft has earnings after market. Let's see this. Yeah, Lyft, Cisco, Smile Direct Club. Get paid and then seeing them to the wife. Yeah, I mean, today I think we just need to be cautious, knowing that the week that we've had, especially the Nasdaq, like the first green candles, I don't want to be a buyer. There's opportunity here for everybody. I don't want to be the first people. Amazon's trying to push up. I mean, Tesla's selling down a little bit, but it's still up 75 points, so not too concerned there. I mean, DocuSign. What's DocuSign and Zoom? DocuSign and Zoom getting hit hard. Yeah, DocuSign's not doing too good. Zoom not doing great either. I mean, Zoom's fallen 40 points in 3 days, 4 days. That's what I like to see. The Q's popping a little bit. We got Square popping. I really want to buy Square right now, but I'm doing everything in my power to not, because it's going to break a rule. We're not breaking rules today. We want to come out green. I mean, I stuck to my rules yesterday. We came out on top. Need to stick to your rules. The moment you start thinking like, maybe I should do this. I know it's against my rules, but looks good. The rules are here for a reason, for the many times that you've been burned. Joe, I have a rule that I don't buy any new positions within the first 15 minutes. Now, if I'm winning, if I'm in a winning position, I'll close my positions, but I don't place new trades in the first 15 minutes of the day. Just kind of I wait to see what the ranges are, even though it may cost me a little bit. Just kind of see I don't enter in the first 15 minutes of the day. Sometimes I don't even enter the first 30 minutes of the day, just because it's cost me a lot of money, so I just stopped doing it. If something costs you a lot of money, write it down and stop doing it, and it will save you in the long run. Yes, you may lose opportunity here and there where you're like, oh man, if I broke my rule, but if you're trying to stay a consistent trader, those rules, like if you want to be consistent year over year, month over month, week over week, like yes, you're going to have, oh man, if I bought that right at open, I would have made a lot of money. But more times than not, those rules save you over the long term. So I'm here for the long term. I'm not trying to be a fly-by-night trader. I'm not just trying to, make some quick gains. I'm trying to be consistent, try to keep my mental game strong, and just try to push forward. Yeah, but looks like things are popping. Like hopefully nothing screws us up today. Don't worry, Daniel. I need more haters. More haters, the better. Who just likes a live stream, midstream? Yeah, probably lost some money. He's like, You know, what's Baba doing right now? Right, Baba's right now 250. I think I'm gonna do Army Joe. I think I'm gonna do a debit call spread on Alibaba here. Once kind of dust settles, we'll see what we're doing. But I'm gonna be looking for a debit call spread Alibaba run up into earnings. I think that is the play. Daniel Spot. And yeah, this is ripping high. And this Spotify is in a little bit of a downtrend, but it looks like it's potentially looks a little bearish, but it's just has showing a lot of strength, so we can kind of see what happens with it. Boeing. Yeah, Boeing fell off yesterday. It's coming back. It's coming back down. Boeing's getting crushed though. Whew. Yeah, it wasn't a good look for them yesterday when they said that they had planes canceled. It was bad. That was not a good look. Yeah, I mean they had their plane canceled. They had no new orders for July. So Boeing. This is why I don't trade Boeing anymore, because these pieces, their business is not doing well. So that information comes out. Yes, it has its moment, but then once you make all your money, it tries to take it. You know, and the thing is, like, as a trader, you don't want to flip long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. You know, because it gets confusing and it gets difficult to time that. You know, some people do it, but for me, I just find it's easier when stocks are going up. Trade the trend. If stocks are going down, trade the trend. Don't try to flip-flop too much, because what happens a lot of times is people get confused. They start shorting the rip as it's going up and stocks are going up, and then as it dips, they start buying the dip and it goes down and it goes against them, like, because they're inversing the trends in their head and it's getting them confused. So you don't want to get confused. You know. It's very easy to get confused when trading. So you got to do what you can to keep your mind right. You know, if you're not seeing the market clearly, step away, chill, go outside. Like sometimes if I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen here, I'll go out on the back patio, kind of relax, take a minute, take a breather, see what's going to happen, come back, rest your eyes a little bit, go out, grab some lunch. You know, that's kind of how you do it. You don't have to be. A lot of traders think that they have to be tied to the screens the whole time, and you don't. You don't have to. Like yesterday, I made money all before 10:30 Central Time, and I was basically done for the day. You don't have to do anything. Thoughts on Uber? So Uber's going to probably move, probably not a whole lot, but they're probably going to move on Lyft earnings tonight. So Uber right now is down in the bounce territory, which is, it could go down to 30. It looks like it wanted to. I mean, it ripped up high. You know, I did trade this pre-earnings run here. It did rip up pretty nice, but it obviously sold off. So it looks like Uber is pretty range bound. So it's a buy down in the 30s, sell around 34 area. So it looks like it's trying to reverse now, but I'd like it to come a little bit lower. Be looking for a position there, because Lyft earnings are tonight, so it depends on if you want to trade that. I mean, Lyft right now, what's their IV at? Lyft earnings 154%. I do think now Lyft, they don't have the food delivery business like Uber Eats is what's basically saving Uber. I don't know what's going to happen to Lyft. I mean, their transportation's down 80%. Uber said they're down like 73 or 78% year over year for transportation. However, their food business is way, way up in terms of Uber Eats. Now, Lyft doesn't have that, so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going to happen to Lyft. I mean, this thing could crater, or it could just stay the same. Because, if people know that already, most likely bad news is priced in right now to Lyft. So it's more than likely bad news is priced in. But I I don't know. Like this is a tough one. Like if you want to do something, I would say do something very low risk. Try to sell some credit spreads in there. 154%. Expected to move $3, so it's expected to move 350. So it's expected to move over 10%. 154. I mean, premium's pretty rich, so it does look like a very nice trade. So we'll kind of see what happens with it. We'll see. But it's looking like the market wants to move up. We have SPY 335 right now. So Dow's up 250. S&Ps are up 28. NASDAQ up was a 121. SPY's up $3, almost up 1%. Qs are up a little bit over 1%. Microsoft announced a new phone. I thought they weren't doing that anymore. Literally, there's a few people on here who live stream from market open to close and they just watch charts all day. I feel like I trade worse when I'm constantly looking. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. My style of trading, you can sit here all day and there's going to be opportunity, but a lot of times, a lot of people, especially beginners, like their mentality is, I need to trade just to trade instead of I need to trade the opportunity when the opportunity comes. And that's the situation. Sometimes if you're in that mentality, like, oh, if I'm sitting in the front of the computer, I need to trade. Like, no, you need to trade an opportunity. You don't have to trade just to trade. Looks like Tesla's selling off a little bit here. Let's come back down. See what they're going to do. Are they going to do the good old rug pull? Surface dual screen smartphone, 1400. Was it running? Was it running Android? Because they're not going to put Windows on that, right? I bet it's Android. Yeah, Microsoft not looking bad. What's Roku doing? Roku's up 7 points. Whew. I was looking at this yesterday. I was like, the whole market kind of, I don't like the one thing that I don't like is like when you hit a low like this 143, you pop up and then you revisit these lows. Typically, that's not a good thing. But buy the dippers on Roku were rewarded. I mean, this was a good trade because it's right down here, lower end of support. It did dip below, which was kind of crazy. I guess you'd have to take a chance on it. That's the only way this trade would work. Like it's down here, support came below. I don't like that it ripped up and then came back because if you look at, Nvidia is ripping up too. Nvidia ripped up to 445. It's coming back down now, but you don't like to see that kind of action. This is why, Joe. This is why I had the 15-minute rule. You see this? This is the exact this Nvidia chart right here. This is the 5-minute. So 5:10. We're at 50 minutes. This is exactly why I have this rule. Exactly. This is the reason why I have this rule. This is exactly the reason. If it doesn't run Android, then what are they doing? Yeah, I don't. This is why I have the 15-minute rule. Man, Square, but look at Square not selling off. So I do like that. Man, Tesla's getting hit. They're like short it. SPY's coming down too. Let's see if the market can go up higher. Yo, Gunther, what's going on? Yeah, we're good. We're good, man. We're good. We're just chilling, kind of seeing what it does today. mRNA, they get squashed. We looked at that earlier this morning. Yeah, that thing. Didn't I say it was probably going to get sold off? That pop. mRNA was at rejection levels anyway, 78. Popped up to 78. People are exiting. Yeah, kind of some weird price action. We'll see how the market digests this gap up. Right now, it's kind of we're just chilling. Look at the Tesla $1,500 call. What's it at now? For this week? Man, Thinkorswim is slow. 15. It's at $12 now. Yeah, 400%. Yeah, but look at what just happened to that thing. It just went from $2 up to 35, and now it's down to 12. Like the 1500 call got smashed. Smashed. I mean, Tesla's getting smashed. Yo, Daniel, take it easy, man. Daniel Ring. Russia has replaced mRNA. Oh man. I don't know. Today's looking like we could potentially sell off here. It's not looking. I don't know. Hopefully Nasdaq stays green. That's what I want. I want Nasdaq to rip. I mean, S&Ps, Dow, they can go down the tubes, but with Nasdaq, I need the Nasdaq. The rest of it can just. Did I take a short position? No, bro. I'm not trading BA. I boycotted BA for 2020. I boycott BA 2020. I mean, what I was talking about, I said I would have shorted it. If I was trading it, I would have short any rips on Boeing. Would have made a lot of money. But I also am a bit spiteful and a bit emotional about Boeing, and it causes me to get angry. So I don't trade it. Not trading it until I can get my head right. But like Boeing, if you find yourself getting emotional about a stock, stop trading it. I don't care how much money you can make from it. You're like, oh, Nick, you could have made X amount of money. You could have made so much money. Probably not, man. Probably not. Because if you're emotional about a particular stock, or you're emotional about the stock market, you shouldn't be trading. You shouldn't be trading that stock. You need to keep your mind right. This is a mental battle. All right, we getting in the square. What's the deal here? Is this it? They're gonna pop this? It's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna give square a go. I'm gonna give square a go. Hold on. I'm gonna buy next week calls. See if we can do it. And they're really pushing the price up on these things. Let me in. All right, I picked up 2 of the square calls. We'll see what happens. We'll set a little alert here. Okay, so I just picked up 2 square calls, 140 calls for next week. Let's see if we can get that push to 145. See if we can get it push. Holding pretty nice here. We'll see. But that's what I'm looking for. Square. So I just bought August 21st, 140 calls here. So not investment advice for entertainment purposes only, but that's just what I did. That is what I did. Did you get burned on BA? Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah. And my peace of mind, because the thing is, like, if you're trading a stock that is you're constantly fighting, it's tiring, it's going to impact your performance on your trades overall. It's going to impact your trades on, like, it's going to change your mindset about the stock market. It's going to change your mindset on other stocks. There's so much opportunity in there. Don't get stuck on one stock. Like, just leave it alone. Like, get rid of that stock. You don't need to trade that stock. You owe that stock nothing. If you're getting a BA, but that's all. It's been a long time since I boycotted the stock, and BA was the one that did it. What do I think about Peloton for a growth stock? Let's look at Amazon. Amazon could rip back up to 3,200. It could. We'll see. Amazon still looks. I mean, it's still really bullish. I mean, I don't care how many bears there are in the chat. Things are still bullish, you know. Peloton. Yeah, Peloton's been winding down. I mean, all the Corona stocks have been selling off quite a bit. It's coming down to an area of support right now. So we'll kind of see what happens. You know, all the Corona safe stocks, Peloton, Zoom, DocuSign, all those stocks have been selling off for the last week. And now, I mean, maybe they'll catch a bid. Maybe they'll be pushed up back up. But look at Zoom. I just know that, I mean, DocuSign just took a huge crap. Like it's chilling here at support. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm in DocuSign, currently losing a bag on it, so we'll see. But I've made a lot of money on this run up from DocuSign, so I'm not even mad if I lose here. And I made a lot of money pushing with like sooner or later you can't win every time, you know. I think BA, I hate to say it, but I think BA probably retired a lot of traders. You know? So it's either you quit BA or it's going to quit you. You know what I mean? Like, that's the choice. That's a choice. I have a strangle set up for Walmart, and it's a relatively cheap setup. Yeah, Walmart, when it moves, it wants to move, but you have to be very, very, very patient. When it wants to move, it'll make the move, but you have to be very patient. Yeah, you know, VA will quit. I mean, yeah, that's what. Unless you're Tom Sosnoff or someone that can just throw away millions of dollars into holes. If you care about your money, not a lot of people have that. So if you care about your money, just don't trade BA. You'll be good. Too much drama. Try to stay away from the red tape. Focus on growth stocks. You're going to be okay. Simple. Like, as traders, what happens a lot of times is we complicate the process. The process is not complicated. We complicate it. Yeah, Chewy cares. If you care about your money, don't trade. I mean, actually, Walmart looks like a pretty good buy here. I mean, that took a dump, though. Hit 129. That's actually pretty wide range. This is a really wide range for Walmart. I don't know. But I hate their 1 year chart. Like, it's so messed up. Like, it's not clean. Like, would you rather trade this or Walmart or Docu or Walmart? You know what I mean? Like, would you rather trade a stock like this? Like, just go for I just try to go for the easier setups. Looks like Square's paying out right now, up 4%, 5%. Don't talk about my girlfriend like that. Yeah, like I always say, date the stocks, don't marry them. Just date. Don't even date. Just be friends for a while. You know, just kind of check it out. See what the vibe is. You don't have to call back. You don't have to call back. She's going to call you, but you don't have to call back. You don't have to pick up. It's a cold world out there. But hoes be hoes, bro. I'll play BA for you guys and let you know how it goes. All right. X. Keep us accountable. If you're in the Discord or tomorrow, let me know. Let me know what to do. Yeah, Square MVP. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 145. I want to see 145 today on Square. We'll see. There's some resistance here at like the 143 area. Got rejected yesterday, and the day before it got rejected around like 144. So we'll see if we have some momentum. Qs are pushing up. I meant a hole you dump money into. Okay. We got some freaks in the chat. Man, Nvidia popped back up. Yeah, if Nvidia can push up to 455, 460 by Friday, that'd be ideal. That's what I'd like to see. That's what I'd like to see. I mean, yeah, they're pushing. They're pushing momentum. Let's see if the algos will reward us. I mean, the Nasdaq's up 170. That's what I'd like to see. Nasdaq's up 170. I'm up 7% right now on Square. We're just chilling. I'm up like 20% on Nvidia. I put a trade on Nvidia yesterday. Nvidia and Adobe changed my life. Nice. Penn is on fire. Let's look at Penn. They had earnings. Also, SPY's looking very bullish on the 5 minute. Look at SPY on the 5 minute chart right now. Really nice coil up action. Penn is making some moves as well. Yeah, I mean, I think Penn could rip the lid off here today. So our options look coming in at. Let's go into for Penn. Yeah, I mean, they're relatively cheap. If you go on August 28th, I mean, you can get $3 for the 50. Maybe do a debit spread on it. Kind of help you out a little bit there. Debit call spread. But yeah, it looks like the lid is about to blow off. Yeah, Amazon, Tesla's ripping up. Tesla's moving back up. Had a really nice double bottom here at 1440. Now it's pushing back up. So we'll see what happens. AMD also pushing back up. There we go. This is what we're looking at SPY. A lot of action today. Like SPY really pushed that right here. I was looking for a bullish breakout here. It's happening. Here we go. Square, let's go. I'm up 18%. I'm up 18% on Square right now. Can we get that Momo? Some good opportunities. Some good opportunities for that dip buy. Man, Square ripped up $6. Still not even as high as it was yesterday. Crazy. Wynn Resorts, anyone trading Wynn, had a nice run from the 70s up to the 90s, and now it's kind of moving back down. Had a lot of momentum. What's United Airlines doing? United Airlines popped down a little bit. Not looking that strong. But Apple. Yeah, I mean, we need these stocks to kind of get caught back up. And we had a couple down days. Time to bring it back up. That's what we need. So, anyways, guys, I had a lot of fun. I got to pop off the stream. Got to run. I definitely would like to continue the stream. I think we're having a good time, but we'll see what happens. I'll let you know how Square goes. Currently up 20%. You guys all have an amazing day. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.